My name is NUREEN SABRINA and my matrix number is 204174. And today I'd like to talk about water treatment and pollution. So, water treatment is to obtain clean potable water. Good quality water is important in controlling diseases. Control of diseases are important because disease can severely stunt a country's growth, and people would be too busy contemplating on how to go on with their day-to-day lives just to live because water is an essential part of life. So, with clean water brings economic growth as people can focus their time and effort on other aspects of life, which lead to better work performances, which will snowball into a better quality life overall for a country. In order to find out which treatment to use on the water, we must know the types of pollutant. The sources of pollutants are chemical, biological, and physical. These pollutants give a clue on which water treatment can be used, and some of these cases of pollutants will be explained further by my teammates. Thank you.
Hello, my name is JAHNAVI GANESAMURTHY and my matrix number is 203071. Fats and oils are byproducts of cooking, which typically includes matters such as food scraps, meat fats, cooking oil, butter, margarine, deep fried goods, cheese, and etc. It can exist in solid or a viscous liquid form, and they are composed of fatty acids, triacylglycerols, and lipid-soluble hydrocarbons. Fats and oils existing in the wastewater system may cause some struggles. For instance, they will cause blockage in the sewer system by congealing and hardening around the interior walls of the sewer, which will lead to unpleasant odor formation and sewer overflow. Moreover, it can also inhibit the activity of sludge-digesting microorganisms, produce excessive foaming, and increase sludge volume. The treatments for fats and oils in wastewater are separated into three types, which are physical treatment, chemical treatment, and biological treatment. Firstly, physical treatment can be classified into two processes: gravity separation and dissolved air flotation. Gravity separation is based on the density difference between oil and water, which allows the oil to disperse and float on water. On the other hand, dissolved air flotation is a process where iron chloride and aluminium polychloride is used to destabilize colloids and break them into small particles which coagulate into larger flocks. Then, air bubbles are introduced that adhere to the oil droplets and float the flocks to the surface. Finally, the flocks are mechanically skimmed from the surface. Next, the chemical treatment used is flocculation. In this method, flocculants such as aluminium sulfates are added into wastewater to neutralize negative charges of the oil in water and then bridge the particles together to form flocks. The flock is then removed through settling or by using filters. The flocculation process is influenced by the type and dosage of flocculant, initial concentration of oil, and the temperature and pH of the wastewater. Lastly, one of the biological treatment used is bioaugmentation. In this process, bacteria-forming enzymes are used to break the bond between the glycerol and fatty acids. The fatty acids released in the process are transported by the microbes inside their cell wall and biodegraded internally, whereas glycerol is mainly changed into acetate. In treatment plants, multiple types of processes are combined to efficiently remove most of the fats and oils in the wastewater system.
Hi there, my name is RAMHYAA MANIAM KUMAR and my matrix number is 201927, and today I'll be presenting regarding the waste of pesticides and herbicides. As all of us are aware, pesticides are chemicals that are used to kill, repel, or control certain forms of plant or animal life which are classified as pests. Herbicides are a type of pesticides used to destroy weeds and other sorts of unwanted vegetation. One of the controversial herbicides include atrazine that could possibly cause cardiovascular problems, retinal degeneration, some muscle degeneration, and cancer in humans. These pesticides and herbicides are commonly used in agricultural industries, and due to its high usage, it also ends up in waters. They are becoming more known for having high toxicity towards both humans as well as the environment. In order to treat this type of waste in water, the first potential treatment is reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis membrane has many tiny pores that will ensure pesticides and herbicides are unable to pass through it. The main mechanism here is using pressure to force the water molecules to pass through a semi-permeable membrane. When pressure is applied on the concentrated part of the membrane, where the purified water will be forced into the dilute side, the impurities, in this case pesticides and herbicides, from the concentrated site will be washed away in reject water. So that is a general idea on how this method works. On the other hand, we have another treatment available known as activated carbon filtration that is designed and tested to remove the 14 most common pesticides and 12 of the common herbicides possibly found in water. The activated carbon filters will treat water through adsorption. As the water passes through the activated carbon bed through adsorption, contaminants are attracted to the activated carbon surface and held to it. There will be a magnetic-like pull on specific impurities, in this case pesticides and herbicides, where they will be attracted and trapped in the pores of the carbon surface area. This method is known to work well due to the high porosity and high surface area of the activated carbon. Hence, through these two treatment methods, a cleaner and more purified water will be obtained at the end of the day.
Hi, my name is Darren Yu with metric number 201777. So now I would like to talk about the treatment of organic acid in the wastewater. So first of all, organic acid refers to those compounds with carbon atom and has acidic properties. Examples of organic acid are citric acid, propionic acid, and acetic acid. So for the removal of organic acid from the wastewater, nanofiltration can be one of the effective way to do it. So for nanofiltration, typically it contains pores with size about 1 nanometer and also has slightly charged surface. The removal of organic acid by using nanofiltration can be based on the size and also based on the interaction between the charged particles and the charged membrane. So for the removal of organic acid by using nanofiltration, it actually affects by a few factors, and one of it is the molecular size of the organic acid. So different organic acid will have different molecular size. For example, citric acid is larger compared to propionic acid and acetic acid. And the size of organic acid will affect the filtration efficiency, where the bigger the size of organic acid, the easier it is to be removed by using nanofiltration. Then for the second factor that affect the filtration efficiency, it is the pressure used in the nanofiltration process. So for this factor, it mainly affects those organic acid with low molecular weight. So for those organic acid with high molecular weight, such as the citric acid and succinic acid, the removal of these organic acid are not affected by the pressure, and it will be over 90% with any pressure use. Whereas for those organic acid with smaller molecular weight, such as the propionic acid, acetic acid, and formic acid, their removal by using nanofiltration is affected by the pressure, where the filtration efficiency of this acid increase with the increase of pressure. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Good day to doctor and my friends. So my name is Markin Chong with matrix number 203456. Today I'm going to introduce the treatment method to remove the heavy metals in wastewater. So the method that I'm going to introduce is called ion exchange. In general, ion exchange is the modern development in water softening method. It is also known as the mineralization or deionization of water. Also, it incorporates the use of organic synthetic compounds known as resin, which is capable of exchanging ions with heavy metals. There are two types of resins, which are cation exchange resin and anion exchange resin. Moving on to the cation exchange resin. At the cation exchange resin, all cations are replaced by H+ ions, in which the cation resins in H form are used. Cation resins are represented by IH2 in their exchange reaction with cations. The exchange reaction of cation resins is as follows. For anion exchange resin, all anions are replaced by OH negative ions, in which the anion resins in the OH form are used. Anion resins are represented by ROH in their exchange reaction with anions. So the exchange reaction of anion resins is as follows as well. Proceeding with the process of ion exchange, So to begin with, it consists of two cylindrical columns, which the first column consists of cations exchanger resins and the other one consists of anions exchanger resins. Water containing excessive levels of heavy metals are first allowed to pass through the column containing cation exchanger to remove all the cations and release H plus ions. Water from cations exchanger is free from cations but is acidic due to the conversion of anions to acid. Therefore, the acidic water is then allowed to pass through the anion exchanger where acids are converted to water. Consequently, the water produced is free from all ions and is virtually distilled water. So basically, there's the entire process of ion exchange to remove the heavy metals in wastewater.
My name is AKMAL FIKRI bin AZMAN. My metric number is 200946 and I'll be handling the conclusion. So first we have oils and fats. So it's typically the byproduct from cooking, and the methods used to overcome this problem in our waterways is through physical, chemical and biological treatment. Next we have pesticides and herbicides. It's an agriculture industry's byproduct to keep in check of the crops, and the methods used is through reverse osmosis and activated carbon filtration. Moving on, there's organic acid waste, and the method used is nanofiltration, and the factors that could affect this method is the molecular size and also the pressure. Lastly, we have the heavy metal. So for heavy metal, the method used is ion exchange. It can be both either anion or cation depending on the type and charge of metals in the waterways. So that's all from our group. Thank you.